Mr. Durkins.
Mr. Slim.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, so I learned something new today about you.
No way.
Yeah. You're going to be
Don't say it.
You're going to be a grandpa.
God.
Aren't you like 30?
Oh, I'm not even 50. And I'm going to be a grandpa. I have a hard time saying it.
Grandpa.
I'm excited, though. I'm excited.
You should be excited. That's amazing. You don't have to do any work. You just do the fun part.
Of course. This is the best part.
Yeah.
This is the best part. I did my part with my kids.
Yeah, you raised them long enough for them to have their own kids.
It's their turn now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to feed the kid with candies and stuff, so he likes me.
Somebody said it's like shaking up a bottle of pop
Yeah.
and giving it back.
Of course. And the minute it smells, hey,
Yeah.
have fun.
Yep.
I did that with you. Your turn
it's your
now.
problem. and how many times you're going to be like, I told you.
Of course.
I told you one day.
Or just laughing
Yep,
quietly.
Yep. I was right.
So this is going to be the fun part.
Well,
but
congrats.
I'm excited.
What are they going to call you?
Oh, man, dude.
Granddad?
That's the thing.
Granddad?
No. No. I'm like, I even have a hard I have a hard time with the word grandpa. It's like,
Pop.
I'm not there yet in life.
Granddad.
I was actually thinking about names.
You're going to get like granddad cards like at Christmas and stuff. That's you.
No.
You have to get like a pipe and like.
I was talking about that to Jesse and my daughter Kayla about that. It's like, man, looking for a name.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should go with Dude.
Dude?
Maybe the kid should call me Dude. Keep me younger. I don't know.
But at some point, you're not going to be young.
But that's the thing. At
Like,
some point.
dude fell down and broke his hip. We got to go visit Dude at the old folks' home. It loses its magic.
It does. At some point, the kid's going to be a teenager.
Yeah,
He's
it just
gonna say,
crosses over.
Dude, why do I call you Dude again?
I think you should just go with something cool.
Yeah,
just simple. Just be like
gonna
Pops or something.
Something like that, you know. So, yeah. I'm at this stage now.
Yeah, man.
Which is exciting, I have to say. We're pretty pumped.
You should be.
We're pretty pumped. It's exciting.
Yeah. Well,
So,
congrats.
thank you.
That's exciting.
Thank you. It's coming early first quarter of 2026.
Man. It's going to be wild. Maybe
I know
one day,
this is not the top. What?
that kid is going to be watching this episode.
Maybe one day.
And that kid's going to be like, I wish I could have called you Dude. I feel like you missed an opportunity there, Pop.
Oh, man. So you know what? Pop Dude is going to make a pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Subscribe, like, and what else?
Is it a pivot?
I don't know.
It was a pivot,
Until,
but then you put the word pivot in the pivot.
yeah. This is always what we do.
I know, but you almost did it without.
Next time I'll do it without.
Yeah, no, you won't.
What about that?
No, you won't. Subscribe on YouTube. That's the point.
That's the point.
That's totally the point.
Do the pivot.
We've already pivoted.
You never do the pivot.
Because you're the pivoter.
I'm the pivoter.
You're the pivot master.
All
You're
right.
Pop, the pivot master.
To give us love here on pivoting like
Yeah.
pivoters,
Granddad needs love.
please support the Granddad Dude here. Subscribe and like this podcast. Leave comments, 5-star reviews on iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify, and all those streaming platforms. And also ask your questions.
Yeah.
We love responding to your questions.
Yeah.
And if you have good questions,
Yeah.
we're going to use them on this podcast.
Yeah. And
You
if
know?
you're a Pop, give advice.
Give advice. I need advice. Aside from alcohol.
Pop's drunk again.
Hey, and a huge thanks to our sponsor, Audient
We love
Audio.
We love Audient.
We love their audio interfaces. They have a bunch of nice interfaces. My favorite line is the ID line.
It's amazing to have a sponsor that we actually use. There's, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We started using it,
Yes.
and then they became a sponsor because we
Yeah.
kept asking for more stuff.
I know.
It was kind of a backwards relationship. But
It is.
Yeah.
They didn't approach us.
no,
we did.
we backed our way in. We just want more channels.
We did because we like what they're doing. So
Yeah.
same My Drum Room, same thing.
Yeah.
The ID 48 in combination with the ASP 880.
80.
There you
Yeah,
go.
man.
Yeah, it's a great combo.
It is a good
like for drummers, great combo.
It's like Chris and Steve.
It's
but-
like Chris and Steve.
But audio sound preamps.
Can't go wrong.
Could.
All right.
You could.
And if you're into room correction, try out the new ORIA Mini, which is cool because it loads the SonarWorks profiles in a little hardware box.
I keep meaning to steal that.
So you don't need to reload or just keep SonarWorks active on your computer. It just uses the box.
Maybe I'll ask them really nicely for one.
Maybe you
and they
should.
could be our sponsor forever. We'll just keep asking for things. We've been sponsoring the show for 27 years. Great granddad Chris needs another interface. Great. You'd be great dude.
Maybe great dude.
You'd be great dude.
Maybe great dude is a good compromise.
I love that.
So, topic for today is...
Yeah, this came from somewhere online or somewhere at MCC or somewhere. Somebody just said, I think you wrote it down. Somebody was just like, why do I need to put stuff on my mix bus?
Yes.
And the question was
like compression, for example.
The question was so simple and clean that we were just like, oh, we've never thought of that, right? It's such a great
make a podcast episode out of it.
Clean question.
Yeah.
Right? That we just thought, I don't know. Let's talk about it. Because we do. We do it because we do it.
We do it because we do it. A lot of people do it by default because everybody else's do it.
Yeah. So I guess the two parts of this might be that we approach like, why do we do it, and what are we kind of currently using? What flavors of things
do we
make
do on
sense?
Our side?
Kind of in our world.
And what is the objective? On using
why and what? Maybe the
okay.
Two. So
let's
why?
Go. Why? Okay. And we talked about that on the last episode with audio and mixing terminology.
Yes.
Okay. Gluing things together.
So is a big
if you don't know what that means, you need to go watch last week's episode.
Also a great episode.
Amazing episode.
Amazing.
We had fun on this one.
Like I drive home and I'm like, man, I nailed it. Me and the old guy, me and Pops, nailed that puppy.
No, exactly.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
But gluing, that's a big one.
It's like my definition is all about like coherence between all the tracks.
Yeah.
Moving things
connecting
together.
a whole bunch of unrelated things.
Connection, making sure they all at the same.
They all join
place,
the same family.
Exactly. Enjoying. Yeah, I like that.
A bunch of distant cousins. Yeah.
I like that. So that's basically it. So like I feel like when I have nothing on my mix bus, I'm missing that little glue thing.
Okay.
Everything works on its own way.
So we'll circle back to what makes that happen, but that's a great why.
Yes.
So
I'll say what
another why I think is general. There are certain things that I think we're accustomed to hearing as listeners of music. For example, we are used to hearing a certain amount of brightness.
Yes.
Or stereo width, or low end punch, like those kind of things. Rather than going track by track and adding that brightness, if you just add it to your final output, you just kind of brighten your whole mess. And maybe a caveat to this conversation, which we've said before, and I think lots of people way smarter than us also say, is if you're going to put stuff on your mix bus, start there. Start. If you're going to add some brightness or whatever, have it on your mix bus kind of when you start mixing.
That's exactly what I do, yeah.
So you know what you're doing. So you don't turn it on and suddenly go, oh, my whole mix is now lopsided or too bright or whatever.
Yeah.
So there are a few of these things we're talking about I will always have just on in my template.
Yeah.
And then I just mix using them. And so I know like right away, everything's a bit brighter when I start mixing. I'm already 10% down the mix road. If my kind of high end is nice and my low end is nice, I'm not doing that track by track.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So, okay, let's talk about compression because I think this is the main processor that we can find on a mix bus.
Yeah.
And if I had to only choose one processor, it would be a compressor.
Yes.
To work with. Okay. So, and this is what when I'm talking about glue.
Yeah.
EQ does the glue thing also.
Yeah.
Like everything you put on the mix bus will add to make the whole song, like all the tracks, like working together pretty well. So compression is actually one of them. This is going to add, like for me, it's all about movement. It's all about like making sure the tracks are actually dancing together at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Uh,
compression plays like a huge role.
And I guess another caveat. Is that a French word?
No.
No, because you can hear the T.
Yeah.
It'd be a caviar. Caviar.
You're right. You're right. Actually,
which is a fine
caviar.
bit of food made with eggs.
Probably, yeah. Egg whites.
So another caveat to this is that as you're putting things on your mix bus, I think as a mix person in this era, you're deciding if you are putting it on your mix bus to replace a mastering step, which a lot of us have to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mastering guy, there's no budget. You're the last stop before this thing gets released. So my mix bus will look different.
Yeah.
And that involves limiting and some other things.
It would be different, yeah.
Or you're not trying to replace the mastering stage, which a lot of times I will also do. Even if I'm the last stop, I will not master it.
No.
I will mix it and then I'll master it later myself.
Yeah.
So as we're talking about things like compression, for me, I'm doing it more not, so all that to say, I'm not doing it to make it so it doesn't turn red or so it can be really loud on a CD or on Spotify or whatever. I'm doing it to create a mix effect a lot of times. So compression on a mix bus is more musical, that was from last week as well, than just being functionally loud stopping. Does that make sense?
It does make sense because the musical side of it that you find,
Yes.
it's more the movement. It's
Correct.
The movement,
So
the
I'm
dancing part
trying
of
to
it.
create the dancing that you're speaking of rather than technically, don't let it get red,
Yeah,
which is a different thing.
it is.
So many times the mix bus decisions are just to make it sound really pleasing and good,
Yeah.
but not technically perfect.
Yes. And at the same time, the compressor is still going to manage those peaks.
It will still help whatever's
It will
downstream.
help, and it's not a bad thing before you send that to
Correct.
mastering. It's kind of a preparation,
Correct.
processing before you send it out to mastering.
Yep.
I'm not talking about limiting. We're just
Right.
still
Yep.
focusing on the use of a compressor. No, I totally agree with you. And the way, and an important thing that you said at the beginning was to insert that compressor or whatever processing you have on the mix bus right away and mix into it.
I have a monitor, and then I have two small monitors.
Mm-hmm.
And the main monitor is the main monitor. And then the small one is whatever kind of plugin I'm actively working on. And then the other monitor is just the mix bus things, usually the compressor or compressors. So I can always see like, oh, that's a lot of red, right? Turn this monitor down because this one's turning red. So I'm always aware of what those compressors are doing.
Yeah.
So I don't
same
get 80% of the way through the mix and I'm just backed myself into a corner.
No,
right?
exactly.
So
That's
if I'm
important.
just mixing the drums and all my stuff's red, I gotta slow my roll
Yeah.
because I still got a lot of singing to come or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, always being right from the beginning, being aware of not only having it on, but being aware of
What's it
technically,
doing, yeah.
how hard is it?
Is it,
You don't
'cause
wanna paint yourself
pump it,
into that
man.
corner.
No,
Yeah.
no. Again, no, you're totally right.
Yeah, because then you're mixing things later, and your bass is way too loud.
Yeah.
but your compressor's doing all this work over there, right?
And if you bring that down a bit,
Everything,
the whole
comes,
mix,
the
doesn't
whole
matter.
house comes apart, right?
It crumbles.
So that's it.
Crumbles down. Yeah. So important thing. Yeah, you mix into it, and you pay attention to the amount of gain reduction you're getting on that compressor through the entire mix.
Yep.
Great tip, man.
Yeah.
You're good as a professor,
It's been like 4 weeks now I've been doing this.
Dude,
and
man.
I'm catching on quick, man.
like from week 3 to week 4.
I've been busy.
Dude,
I've been
you
busy.
went like a long way.
Yep. Nothing but country records. that's where the learning comes.
Oh, love it. Love it. So, okay. Compression. Okay, let me get my thoughts here. Okay, so talking about compression then. What do you use on your end?
So in order of events,
Yeah.
I will always, for me, I'll always EQ right at the top. So there's always an EQ that kind
Sure.
of does some broad moves. And then for me, so it's I kind of have the bit, like for me, it's the Pro Q4 currently,
Okay.
where it's kind of like, man, this whole mix just needs a little more
Sure.
2K. And it's just a little gentle, slopey stuff. And a lot of that will come from last week we were talking, I think, or a couple weeks ago, talking about referencing. If I'm on song 4 of an
Yeah.
album and I listen to song 1 and I'm like, man, this one just sounds a bit darker. I can just kind of add a little bit of whew. And I'm like, oh, there we go. So I can balance the house real quick that way. Before compression, for me, my always on is the SSL bus compressor.
Yeah.
And that's just been there. It's just like 410 auto, just touching. And for me, that's my gluer right out of the box. And then at that point, I typically make a decision. Am I staying in the box or am I going out for a minute?
Okay.
If I'm going out for a minute, the Rupert Neve bus compressor is always there as a hardware insert. And it's sitting there. If you look at any video of me, even in my C can, it's sitting there.
Mhm.
And it does a lot of the other stuff but it does a very distinct thing, right? So it's compressing and it's adding the silk and it's doing some harmonic stuff and it's doing some compressing and some EQing. And so I use that when I use that. And otherwise, if I'm going on into software land, I'm a huge fan of just what the C2 does, the Fab C2.
Yeah, it's a great
in
one.
transparent mode, just letting it do a thing.
Yeah.
And there's another one that I've been playing with for a year or two, which I discovered at NAMM. Sylvia Massey was talking about it.
Okay.
And I hadn't heard of it, and it's really cool. It's a cool plugin. It's worth getting. And it's George Massenberg's compressor doodad thing. And it's really cool, and you can slap it on a bass or something, and it does a really neat thing. Like, it's Massenberg, and so it's doing things that the rest of us mortals will never understand.
Okay.
But on the master bus, just doing a little bit of it does a thing, a vibe character thing we talked about last week. And so so one of those two, bypassed or unbypassed, or you know how it is. You go as you go.
Exactly.
Yep.
Cool. On my end, this guy, the Tegler Cram, I don't think you're going to see it on camera, but it's a VCA type compressor, a bit like the SSL. But it also has a bit of EQ.
Yep.
Okay, a bit of pull-type EQ.
Yep.
So it's the same settings. I don't touch it.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I can use hardware. If I have like a plug-in remote, or I don't touch it. You know. So this one doesn't have remote. I don't have that version.
Yep.
But it always stays the same.
Yep.
And I just look at the meter. I just feed it until I get maybe a couple of dBs of gain reduction.
Yeah.
You know? And just boost a bit of boost on the low end, a bit on the top end.
Yep.
Pultec type.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
That's what I get.
Yep.
And as far as settings goes for the compressor, I tend to go for a 2-to-1.
Yeah.
2-to-1 ratio. Slow attack, 30 milliseconds.
Yeah.
The fastest release is 100 milliseconds, so it's set up to this. Auto release is also something that can work well on the mix bus.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, just leave it
Yeah.
with those settings,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it works
Yeah.
very well. So, and that is the glue thing, you know. But that's the only compressor I use on the mix bus. I don't use anything else.
Yeah.
And then if I need a bit more EQ, I will go with more like some type of EQ that also adds harmonics. Okay, and like the what's the one, the black hole. It's kind of a saturation thing, but I barely use it. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Tweak a little thing just so I can like feel what it's doing, and it's probably working at 0.5% or 1%, and I really love what it does. So it's like that is on, and an imager sometimes, not always.
Yeah, I
Not always. You know?
I will. Yeah, I have one sitting there, and my mix bus is like a whole bunch of things just sitting there.
Exactly, and they're all bypassed,
right?
and I just
And so imager's a big one,
but
like that Ozone imager is
yeah.
great. Like,
But the one that I activate from the top, like you with the SSL, it's my Tegler. You know, it's the only thing.
Yeah.
And everything else is just kind of okay. Maybe halfway through in the middle, okay, I'm going to activate this one to see how it does.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes just at the end, that little black thing is going to do the trick. I don't know, but yeah. And a limiter. I also have a limiter. You know, and funny enough, I actually mix into the limiter, but I bypass it before mastering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same.
So I kind of lied in a way when I said I don't use any other compression after the Tegler, because no, I do with the limiter.
Yeah, and
So just an L2, the Fab Filter one, the Pro L2, and I get like maybe 3-4 dBs of gain reduction, just so I know it sounds like louder.
And a lot of it's just client pleasing.
It's client pleasing.
For me, it's the DMG Limitless.
And it also helps me to make the right decisions while mixing.
Correct.
To keep good loudness.
And you know what it will sound like later.
Yes, right away.
You
while
kind of hear
during
a
I make
mastered
the moves.
thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, but then I bypass that one before mastering.
Yes.
For sure. But yeah.
Yep.
On top of that, I do like to work with tape saturation.
1,000%.
Yeah.
That's on my thing too.
Yeah.
Bypassed. Where do you put it?
Pretty
that's
early.
That's always a weird one for me. Where does it sit?
Pretty early. Sometimes it's even the first on the line before I go into the Tegler.
I have
Usually
one
it's there.
one at the beginning, one at the end.
Oh, you have two?
Yeah. And
I
I pick one.
Okay.
But it's like back in the day, right? Like, are you doing all the stuff in your console, then sending it to tape?
Yes.
And then mixing it back onto, or are you mixing off tape, right?
Exactly.
So it's kind of two different sounds. And a lot of it just depends on how hard I want to hit the tape.
Okay. We don't
Right.
use them both at the same
No,
time.
no.
Okay.
No.
I see.
Everything's bypassed. Beyond the main,
That's
beyond
cool.
that SSL bus comp.
Oh, yeah,
Everything's
for sure.
an option, right?
For sure. For
And
sure.
the limiter's always usually on at the end. Usually those two are the two that are on in the template.
Exactly.
And everything else is
Yeah, and like I
seasoned.
told you, like limiting is it's cool to mix into a limiter, like
Yeah.
I was explaining, you know. So,
Yep.
but again, have to be careful.
Not
Have
a
to
lot
know
of
what
red.
you're doing.
Not a lot of red.
Exactly.
Not a lot of red. Yeah, the tape thing's neat though.
It is. I think that this is where I get a lot of vibe and character.
Yeah.
What about that?
Mojo.
The mojo.
Ooh, third term.
I love that.
And it depends on the style of music. Like if I'm just slamming away at transient pop, those stay bypassed. But as soon as something, jazz or
Bit
something,
more
I
smooth and
crank
stuff, you
that
know?
up and push it and push it.
Perfect fit.
Push it red.
Yeah.
And I do have I know you have a different thing in Cubase land, but I add like trim plugins
Yes.
between things.
Yes.
So I can hit the tape harder and then back it off into the next thing.
Yeah.
So you
Well, we do have like a volume
Yeah.
plugin now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do that quite a bit. There's a bunch of those. Like my Master Bus options go on forever, right? It's pretty fun.
That's
Master
cool.
Bus is fun.
It's honestly, it's pretty cool. I like it.
And so even to our earlier comments, it's fun to put it in early, mix into it, but then it's also fun to kind of stop when you're a ways down the road.
Yeah.
And just go, what if I pop an imager on this? What happens? And I go, that's awful, or that's neat. Or I like what it does, but it sounds fake, so I'm going to go do that with my vocals.
yeah.
I'm going to move my background vocals out more. Or-
Same with EQ.
Yeah.
I find, sometimes like, okay, my mix sound a bit muddy, and then you pop on the EQ on the mix bus, you cut off 250 hertz or 200 hertz or 150 in your case. Your favorite. And that's, okay, now the mix sounds way less muddy. It opens up. You can stop there, and that could be the thing. But also that can lead you to what is wrong inside the mix.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because, if
yeah.
you... Every
Who
move,
sounds better when I did this?
Yeah,
The
'cause-
bass.
Exactly. So if everything sounds like a bit more thinner,
Yeah.
and only the bass
Yeah.
gets a good thing out of this move, maybe like bring it back
Because the
to what
dude
it was.
singing lost his 150 too.
But that's the thing.
Right?
You affect everything inside that mix. Okay,
Yeah.
so that might be a good thing if you need
Yeah.
like a general tone shaping. But if you only want to cut the mud, maybe that little move is going to lead you to what is actually the problem in the
good.
mix, and then you bring it back to zero. Go and fix that bass directly
good.
there. You're going to get better results. You're not going to affect the vocals, the guitars,
Yeah.
only that bass that was causing the problem initially.
The other two, it occurs to me, the other two cheaters I have on there that I will pop on and pop off and leave on or leave off that are always there are, in my case, it's the Eosis.
Yeah. Okay.
There's the air and the earth.
Yes. Okay.
And I have loved those things for years. And it's just a touch of
I
air.
think Slate
It's
did.
he did do a Slate version of that too.
I think so.
And that might have been when I discovered it years ago.
Yeah,
the Slate
it was
version.
included in the package. Yeah.
Yeah, the Slate version of that years ago, and started using it. And and they have one direct now as well, and it's great. It's just like some air, and I either go, that's neat, or I just need to add air to the vocal. Same thing, and same with the earth. It does a thing
Exactly.
that just sounds great, and I just leave it and walk away. So
And this is in the case where I add EQ after
Yeah.
the mix.
Yeah.
When I mix into an
Yeah.
EQ, I don't do that.
exactly,
It's not the same
I
thing.
pop it on and go, yay.
Yeah, because you do your move accordingly, But when you add an EQ at the end of the
Yeah.
mix and you want to cut the mud or whatever, I take it more like
Eh.
an evaluation of what's happening in the mix.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I have to make a decision, like, oh, I know my buddy Dale is going to master this.
There's that.
His air is way better than my air.
Yes.
Because his air costs $400 million. And it's analog air that he bought and
Yeah.
had imported in a box. It's actual air from Paris that he pours on the mix or whatever, analog air or whatever he does, right? So then I'll take that off as well.
Yeah.
Or I go, this is such a part of the mix now.
If it's part of the mix, it's
And
one
I
thing.
can't go without.
If it's something that that can be better in mastering,
Yeah.
like I let it go.
Yeah.
I leave a bit of
And so
room for the
limiting is one of those things.
Limiting is
I'll always
one
let
of those-
mastering
yeah.
do that.
And
but the
some
air,
part of the
earth
tone.
kind of thing, the widening, I'm like, I sit and just on, off, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes I let it go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
especially if I'm mastering my own
That's
my
it.
own mix.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that shit
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. So.
And there's also the type of compressor. Like I use the Tegler creme a lot. But I love to work with other compressors.
Oh, yeah.
Like for a ballad, for example, or a more less punchy type of song. I might try a tube compressor.
Oh yeah.
Or a very mu compressor.
Oh, yeah.
A bit more warm.
That manly very mu is
Something like that,
It does a thing.
And even dual mono instead of stereo compressor. So dual mono meaning that the left and right are going to compress independently from each other. So now you add a bit more movement, For the most part, the majority of the time I like the stereo linked, so talking about glue, But if you want to add a bit more separation or just
Especially
like a bit more movement.
Like jazz or something.
Could be cool.
Where the sax is over here. And like that stuff's neat. Let them just...
And this is something I like to do on drums, on the drum bus, like dual mono compression. I love it on drum bus. So, anyways, there's a bunch of stuff that can be you can experiment with.
Yep. So, okay, so here's another bigger question, and we're all wrestling with it right now. The big, heavy, broad strokes monster Ozone, for example.
Ozone 12.
That just does destroy everything you've done and make it better in one click. And all the stuff we've talked about, none of it matters. It does all of it with one click. And then it goes, it sounds better. And it does. Half the time you're like, what just happened to my song? Like, holy cow, it just got a remix. Like, what do you do with that?
Well, I think that's more of a mastering tool than mix bus tool.
Correct. And so that's what I would say is, if you're mastering your own stuff, that's a great starting place.
That's, I actually made a video on the new Ozone 12 not too long ago. And I tried the AI side of it, where it kind of recommends a chain of processing. It's well done.
But it does a 90% move.
Depending on the songs.
Yeah.
It does it, like for a home studio musician, you just wants to get something out fast. You're just going to be able to
it's embarrassingly
to work
good.
with that,
It's embarrassingly good sometimes. I'm like,
it is.
and I'll do it. I have it now on my thing.
Okay.
It's on because I will use it as a recommendation.
I see.
I will listen to what it does, and I'm like, I like what it did to the thing.
Interesting.
And I've been using it. I've been
Back
using
and forth.
Using the AI with the me eye.
and on the mix bus.
Oh yeah, I'll use it as a reference.
Okay, as
it
a reference.
Sits there. Like I'll pop it on and let it think, and then I'll listen. And I'll go, that sounds cool, and then I'll turn it off and then go
try to.
Like I do. I've been using it as inspiration. It's like using GPT as inspiration.
Yeah.
Right? Like you kind of.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I hope not, because I'm doing it. Like if this is what I go down for.
Oh man, for you,
Mr. Durkins. What?
Yeah,
Fab DuPont's at my door. He's taking me away.
You're using Ozone 12 in parallel?
We've heard you've been... Hey, it's Fab DuPont. If he showed up at my door, I'd be so excited to hang out with him. I wouldn't even care if I was in trouble.
Well, you met him at NAM.
I love this guy.
He's great.
I freaking love this guy.
He's great.
He's like, in real life, he's him.
I know.
Do you know those people?
I know.
Like I've been watching him for years, and then every time I see him somewhere, I'm like, "You're you."
Yeah.
Like you're the same you talking to me. Like I'm on my screen, but I'm not. I'm here.
Well, we'll always do our little thing in French when we meet each other at NAM and stuff.
Yeah. I love it.
And his studio is amazing, by the way. I don't know if you've ever been, but
the Flux thing.
Oh man,
his hair's amazing.
In Manhattan, it's like
everything about him's amazing. I have a little crush on him. I'm not above it.
So maybe it's time then to pivot to the question.
When you start speaking,
because I'm not sure.
I'm a grandpa now. I can't talk like this.
No. My grandkids are looking up to me, man.
I'm dude. So the question this week, I remember we were talking about it. This came from MCC or something. Somebody somewhere was talking. I think it was one of our live streams.
Exactly.
And
we noted it down.
What was the question?
It was about the demo syndrome.
Yes.
Okay. So how to deal with that?
Yes.
So if you don't know what the demo syndrome is, this is something that happens a lot with clients.
Mm-hmm.
The client comes in. You work with the client. You work with the arrangement.
Yeah.
You start recording the thing.
Yeah.
And then you send that rough mix to the client.
Yes.
Okay. That's an example.
Yeah.
Okay. the client gets used, listens to that over and over again. Have a listen, have it listen to his mom, his family, his wife, husband, whatever. So, and he freaks out on this song and stuff. And then he gets used to it. And used to how it sounds like. And then you start the mix. You send him mix once, like, that's not the same. So that's the thing of the demo syndrome, okay? Or it can be just a simple, like, arrangement he made on his end. Comes up with a good arrangement and stuff, and he's used to that song, because he wrote the song and he arranged the song, and then you do your thing. You arrange the song the way it's supposed to be for a professional release, and he comes back, it's like, It's funny because that happened to a lot of times, and at one point, it was me and my friend Jim were arranging a song for that one guy, and we, like, his song, we're like, okay, it was like 3 verses and then a chorus and then 2 bridges and then back to 3 verses, like completely nonsense. So we kind of put some order into the house, make it more like a commercial release and stuff. So, and we're not talking about mixing and recording, just arrangement. So we build up the demo, drums and stuff with, all those sections in the most, better way, I would say. And then it was like, okay, cool. So, can we just change this little thing? All right. So we changed that little thing, and okay, and that too, and then that too. Man,
you back yourself
4
all
hours,
the way back
4
to the
hours
beginning.
later, back to square one.
You back yourself all
back
the way
to square one.
I've been there.
And I remember at the time I was freaking out. It's like, whoa, okay, this is not going to work. But so that is a good example of the demo syndrome.
And sometimes it's even, and a lot of it is an artist who demos their own stuff. So they're sitting at home on Logic or Cubase, and they got their loop going and their thing, and they make a demo, they send it to you. The band comes in, you do the whole thing, you send it back, and they just go, and it's all the way down to, like, I like the way my voice sounded on the demo better. Or can we get back that guitar thing I did accidentally that I don't know what it's called or how I did it? Or it's that, right? So sometimes it's individual things, and sometimes they just don't like the whole vibe or the arrangement or whatever. And so, what's your step one?
Step one,
what's your first response?
I do evaluate if the comments are legit or not. I remember that one time I was working with an incredible artist in France, and she was doing that. We did like her first record, which was more worship rock stuff, But second time around, like, she's an amazing piano player, and she does like folk French music also. And I told her, maybe you should like aim that style of music for your next album, which she did. So when we first arranged the first song, we had a hard time to kind of adapt to that change of style, for me and Jim. And she came back to us like, this is not what I'm looking for. This is like not what, like, it's far away from the demo. Okay. So in that case, I was like, okay, she has a good point. I think she's right. So we adapted. So, okay, you know what? Free of charge, we'll fix something for you. If you don't like it, let's turn the page and we'll still be friends, So we ended up working harder on this one and sent it over. She loved it, and we produced the album. So in that case, that demo syndrome was an advantage. So I would say evaluate. Check if there's some, is there like good stuff inside that?
Agree.
That demo syndrome reaction.
And it's embarrassing how many times there's something there.
Most of the time there is a bit, at least.
And it's because they know. They know more than you about what they're trying to do in their song.
But you also know more than them.
Correct. And so then step 2 is, for me, it's kind of like, where do you dig your trench? Where do you stand and fight? Right. And so that circle of, I see what you're saying there. But think about what I did. I actually did it better than you think, and here's why. Right. So you kind of pick your things, and then step 2. Step 1 is evaluate, 100%. Yes, always. Step 2 is then time. Like, you've heard it once. Like, I'm going on a trip. I'll be back in 10 days. Let's talk when I get back. Listen to it a whole bunch. And the other one I'll say with time is use this time, show both of them to other people. I'll say that one a lot. Show both versions to your mom and your cousin and people that haven't heard it at all. Show it to people at the mall and say, which one do you like better? And then let me know, because I'm curious too, right? And so there's something to that as well. And if everybody tells them, man, this one's better, and it's yours, then that's going to shift them.
And also stop listening to the demo.
And vice versa. You can shift you. If everybody likes theirs better, then you got it. Then it's on me. I got to figure it out. Like
Exactly.
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then at the same time, move on. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stop talking about your ex-girlfriend
But
to your new girlfriend.
because there's a little part that is like hard to let go.
Oh yeah.
There's sometimes they are emotionally attached
and
to the old
time.
one. And time.
They've spent 6 months with this and 6 minutes with the next one.
That's the thing. So stop listening to the demo.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Take a 2-3 week break, on both versions for
Yeah.
that matter. And then go back to the new one.
Yes.
And then you'll be fine. I think most of the time this is going to work.
Time.
This is a good...
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess it's, evaluate on your side, ask for some time from them, and then you take some time away from yourself.
And if that doesn't work,
Yeah.
okay, and like the first client I was telling you about,
Yeah.
You're back to square one and you didn't understand anything you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
okay? At this point, you can just ditch him.
Yep.
That's it.
Or just go, do what you want.
But this is what I did.
Yeah,
I
do what
remember
you
that
want.
point. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? You're going to be the producer.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the technician.
100%. At some point you go, I'll give you what you want.
Tell me what to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll press the buttons.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you have like good,
Yeah.
high quality recording.
Yeah.
And that's your thing. It's your gig, man.
Yep.
I don't mind.
I will make the best sounding version of what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
I've been there. And those can be fun too. There's something kind of fun
They
freeing
still
about
pay.
that too.
They're still paid.
There's something freeing about that.
For sure.
Wait, you had somebody pay?